Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. But first, it is a Monday, so hopefully y'all had yourselves a great weekend this last weekend. And also, I would like to thank and welcome all of the newest subscribers that we gained over the last week and over the weekend. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for that. But also, I'd like to thank the people that have stuck with me this far. You guys are also awesome. I know I say it every Monday, but yeah, you know, there are no words for, you know, how awesome it is. Again, I still don't have the words for it. It's been years at this point, and I still don't have the words for it. It is great to see the channel continuing to grow. We're almost about to break 700. Let's get there. Just a few more subs, and we can get to 700. Not really a big goal necessarily, but it's a personal goal, I suppose. Anyway, Fixmas is still going on. As you can see, we still have the calendar and stuff like that, and it is kind of snowy, just a little bit over here in the shade. Kinda, a little bit, very light dusting. Yeah, we had a major weather event yesterday. It's going to continue today too, so we're also getting snow, which is nice. If you weren't here last time, or yesterday, I should say as well, for the Boostroid episode, we had finished collecting all of the Mercer Spheres, Summer Soups, and hard drives, all but one hard drive, of course. And that hard drive being this one that needs the superposition oscillator, and we don't have that. So that'll be in phase 5 or tier 9. So yeah, we still got a little bit to go before we get there. Still got a lot of factories to build, like a lot of factories to build. I need to start quick firing these factories, these permanent ones, getting them up and going to the speeds that we need so that we can move on to phase 5. As well as I still need to do the Fixmas factory as well. Also, over the last weekend, I know that I didn't record anything for Friday. Apologies for that. On Friday, I was just too exhausted to record. I was just sitting there going, I just want to go back to bed. There's times where it's just like, you know, if you don't go back to bed, you're gonna fall asleep with the computer because it's just like, yeah, it's just too exhausting. Not gaming. It was just too exhausted. So anyway, so yeah, apologies for that, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Every now and again, I need a little bit of a break. You know how it goes. Because I record. Why is that flashing? I record content every day, so yeah. Sometimes it kind of weighs on you a little bit, and content creators will know what I mean. So anyway, so today's plan is to build a reinforced plate factory. I know that seems like a little bit rudimentary since we're in phase 4, but yeah, I have a spot picked out. I believe that will probably work. I hope. We're going to be hanging it off the cliff edge anyway, so it'll still work. But yeah, so we need to bring in screws, we need to bring in plates, all of which we have permanent factories for, and then we need to build that. So, oh, yeah, another thing. So I did not completely just do nothing over the last week, or over the weekend. Over the weekend, essentially. I did upgrade every single belt on the entire map to Mark 5. So we are now running on Mark 5, and how do I know every single belt on the entire map is Mark 5? Is because I use Satisfactory Calculator for a lot of different stuff. You can load up your save on Satisfactory Calculator and look at what you have. And in the little belts tab on the right-hand side, you can actually click that, or you can hover your mouse over that, and it'll show you how much you have of each belt type and all the belt lifts and how many mergers and splitters you have on the map. This is over the entire map, so yeah, and I was able to use that to help me navigate throughout the map. Why do those plates randomly start? That's weird. I guess we are still making Mark 5. Sorry, we're still making plates. We're still making modular engines, technically. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. So yeah, I spent my entire weekend just upgrading the entire map of all the belts. It took me, I think, 12 hours collectively to do that, because there was a lot of time of just looking at belts and, you know, going, okay, oh, there's a bit of Mark IV belt in this little spot, a little bit in there. Also, one of the other things we did last week, I believe it was on Thursday, we had upgraded our smart plating, which is right here, to make the amount of smart plating that we need to not only keep our other factory running, but to also make extra. It's still working on it, but so far, let's see how far that has this backed up. Yep. So you can see our modular engines are now backed up all the way to this line, so very good, very good. All of the train stations are completely full of modular engines, so now we're syncing them, so that's going to up our ticket amount as well. Speaking of which, we should probably see how many tickets we have. Just real quick, like, before we move on. But yeah, we're going to be started on, like I said, started on the reinforced plates, getting the permanent factory for reinforced plates down, hooked up to the train network. Massive train network we have. Looking at the train network on the Satisfactory calculator website looks so freaking cool. There's just a bunch of pink lines going everywhere for our train lines. It's great. Okay. Oh, we no longer need this either. We can get rid of this. Yeah, that was when I was upgrading all the belts to Mark V. I had to do something with all the reinforced, or with all the encased industrial beams. So, all right, we'll just go ahead and sync all this. We don't really need it in our inventory. There we go. Oh, concrete as well. Yep. Oh, we can upload those. We found those. Yeah. So we have every single hard drive except for the one. We have every single hard drive on the entire map inside of here, so we actually look at hard drives. We have 31 out of 500. Obviously, don't pay attention to 500. We have 31 hard drives in here, which these hard drives are going to allow us to get every single recipe. So once we unlock some new recipes here, we'll be able to start using those hard drives again. Because right now, it doesn't matter how many hard drives we put in here. It's not going to allow us to unlock any more recipes. So, at least not until we unlock something of substance, which, selecting these milestones, this just unlocks the drone port. We need to make some of those. Nuclear power, which will unlock the ability to make electromagnetic control rods, the encased uranium cells, and magnetic field generator. And then doing this one will give us... We should probably do this one next. The advanced... Yeah, let's do this one next. The reason is because this will give us access to the resource well pressurizer, so we can actually make use of oil and stuff like that. And it's weird, like, you now, only now are you unlocking the ability to scan for crude oil, which is a little bit weird. I don't know. Is that like, does that unlock the ability to scan for the resource well of crude oil, or is that just crude oil in general? I haven't really paid attention. Can I scan for crude oil? I can. Okay, so, all right. I couldn't stop the scan once I looked at it, but yeah. So this unlocks the ability to scan for that specific, for the actual wells themselves. Okay. Which we need to. Wow, there's a lot of oil on the map. We need to be able to do that. But that'll unlock us the ability to make the fused modular frames, the cooling systems, and the heat sinks, as well as the packaged nitrogen gas and the empty fluid tank. This one we need to be able to move on with our research with the... Is it sulfur? Yeah. So our sulfur tree over here we need those empty tanks so that we can use a hard drive plus this to get the rocket fuel and the packaged rocket fuel, and then we can use that to then get the ionized fuel, which is even better, which costs 100 power shards, which is insane. But that packaged ionized fuel, yeah, it needs that. So, and then once we unlock the other one for nuclear power, then we can use those nuclear power cells plus all this to get the nuke Noblisk, and then that'll be the sulfur tree completed. The power slugs tree, that we're not going to unlock this until we get into phase 5. Same with the alien technology, we're not going to get the alien power matrix, whatever the hell that thing is. I believe that's something to do with those boosters. Speaking of, so while I was upgrading belts, I actually ran out of power. We were using way too much power. We ended up draining these power cells here, which isn't much. I know I need to build a mega building for that, but yeah, we ran out of power, which was sad, and we had a train collision, and we ran out of aluminum sheets while I was upgrading because we had that train collision with copper, so we ran out of copper and water, and we ran out of aluminum sheets while I was upgrading. It was I had to wait for the whole entire system, but yeah. So if you look on top of the steel building there, you'll actually see there's those alien power augmenters, and I placed a few up top there, I think, on top of that building there, just a couple up there, and you can see we're boosted by 12,000 megawatts, which is quite crazy. So remember, we were getting very close to our capacity. Now we're way over it again, so we should be good for a little while, because that was a concern, and I didn't heed that concern, you know, so I ended up paying for it in quite a major way too. I spent hours trying to get the aluminum factory back up and going again, because I had to wait for the trains to once I got unscrewed the trains, because they had a collision up there. Yeah, it was a bit. So anyway, let's go ahead and head over to our location. Enough messing around. I believe in... Oh wait, I was going to look at tickets. Well, some more messing around, and then will be enough messing around here. Sorry, it's a Monday. You know how we are on Mondays. If you've been here a while, on Mondays we usually screw around for a little bit. Because it's Monday. Monday, if you want the rest of the week to go well, you got to screw around a little bit on a Monday. Kind of eat away at your time just a little bit. 52 tickets. That's quite a lot of tickets. Let's go ahead and take those. Not that we really need them per se, but we can upload those into our ticket bank. And eventually we'll be able to start buying some of these trophies and stuff. But you need 10,000 tickets in order to buy the golden nut statue, which is an achievement. That is actual Steam achievement, so I've been going through that. But hey, though, we're pretty much done with all of that. So with all the collection, which I'm very happy about. I'm very happy that the collection of Mercer Spheres, Summer Soups, and hard drives, that is all completed, except for the one hard drive, obviously. But everything else is completed, so we no longer have to worry about collection on the entire map. As you can see, we've got the entire map unlocked as far as... I mean, there's a few spots here and there. These we'll unlock these with putting down some of those scanners. Some of those resource scanners, the big towers, as you can see there. Yeah. I'm also thinking, too, with each factory, we should put a power augmenter. I think that'd be pretty cool. Which each one of our factories, we find a place either on the roof or whatever. We just put a power augmenter up there, and that'll keep boosting our power, so that the amount of power that the factory takes will also be the same amount, it would be offset by the power augmenter. Because we got the summer sloops to do it because of that glitch. Ooh. There's a little bit of lag with the autosave now. It's starting to get pretty bad. Okay, so this is the spot that I'm thinking of doing the reinforced plates, because my train line, as you can see here, is right there. You can see the train line goes all the way up to this spot right here, which works there. I really should have pulled that out a bit further. It's fine. But yeah, so we pull our train line along this. We'll have like a little bridge right here. We'll put a bridge down eventually, but yeah, so we'll pull the train line in here, and we'll have the train stations here, right along this path, which they're gonna go. I don't want to block up this area right here necessarily. But yeah, I figure this is close enough to the screws that we'll be fine, and then eventually we need to get that that iron plate factory connected fully. I mean, it is connected to the train line, just not in an efficient manner. Let's see. Got the hiccups today. Future radar tower, or no, radar towers. No, I want to turn this off. There we go. So our iron plate factory is right here. This is our iron plate factory right here. Iron plates export. The rail line is going to go up to the mall up here, but we need another route. And I'm thinking about bringing that train line down. Bringing it down this way possibly, and into this, into our desert. So somehow I need to bring it down this way. I'm not exactly sure how, but we need to get that going as well, so that we can get the iron plates. It's either that, or we bring it, we have a T here, and then we bring it this way, along this cliff side, and then we join it up with the rail line, which is going to be here and here. So there's going to be a couple of rail lines that goes through here, because this water collection station right here, this one's going to be connected into the Titan Forest, as well as the one from our aluminum factory connected into the Titan Forest. These two are going to join up, and this one's going to join up, and eventually there's going to be a rail line through here. And then from the Titan Forest where I'm at, there's going to be a rail line that goes along this path here, which is then going to go into this area. And then this is going to join up, that'll join up, and that'll join up. And then, yeah, it'll be like, there'll be 3 legs that goes across here. This is because this right here is on a lower plane, then slightly higher, where the water collection station is on a slightly higher plane. And then the highest area, which is the red forest, is even higher. So there's 3 different elevations we got going on here that we need to kind of connect those areas up, and then eventually they'll join onto that main line. So these will be throughput lines. I'm sure trains will use these in the future, going through. That's why I tried to make it so that it was throughput, so that going through there, you don't have to go through a train station, except for through the water collection facility. That's the only one where you have to go through a train station in order to get to the other side of it. So. And then, of course, this is connected with this main rail line, which goes down through the canyon. There's quite a lot of stuff. So, anyway, yeah, there's quite a lot of rail lines planned in the works that we need to work on. But so we're gonna have like I said, we're gonna have our train stations here in this nice flat open area. I'm gonna try to fit it. It might have to hang off into this grasslands a little bit, because we need space for 3 train stations. We need plates input, screws input, and then reinforced plates output. And what I'm thinking as well, along with that, the factory itself is going to be here, and it's going to overhang this cliffside, and we're going to have supports and stuff, and I'm going to put like a glass roof on it. So anything that's going to be in like grasslands, like a green area, I want to have like a glass roof, or anywhere where there's lots of water or anything like that, because you always get that nice kind of greenhouse effect. Not that greenhouse effect, the other. you get like a nice greenhouse look. That's what I meant to say. With that, so. And it looks pretty nice. But yeah, I'm thinking concrete for this one. No. Yes. No. No, I'm not. Sorry, it was iron plates. Why is everything so shiny over here? So we got, there's light bugs. Okay. Lighting bugs. Yeah, so the factory itself is going to be here, but the train station is going to be over there because there's just not enough room. And then the main rail line is going to go in between this tree and this tree. So it's kind of what I'm thinking. Let me see if I can get a platform down for that and see if we can make that work for us over here. Alrighty, well, bad news. I've been here for about 4 hours trying to make this work, and I literally do mean 4 hours. That's not an exaggeration. I have literally been here for about 4 hours trying to make this factory work in this spot. There's just not enough room. And I went all the way from that tree right there to that rock over to in between here and all the way going over the cliff. And I've rebuilt it about 10 times with different rotations, different orientations, different placing of the train stations, and there's just not enough room to fit 3 train stations in here because remember, we need 2 inputs. We need iron plate screws, and we need to output the reinforced plates. So we need 3 train stations, 5 cars long. Yeah, I've been here for about 4 hours trying to make this work. I probably sound a little done with life right now. It's because I kind of am. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with this area, trying to make this area work. It's just too much of a hassle. It's just not big enough to accommodate 3 train stations plus a factory itself. Like, if I couldn't get the 3 train stations to fit, then there definitely wasn't going to be a space for a factory other than building it up, I suppose. But yeah, just like I said, no matter which way I sliced it, it was just too much of a pain. I gave up. So I went to area number 2 as a kind of backup at another spot kind of picked out. It wasn't really, I guess it wasn't really picked out. It was more of a, just in case I need space, here's a factory. You know what I mean? So I ended up moving the reinforced plating factory over here. So now we have this massive structure. I'm not quite done building yet, but we got this massive structure which accommodates our 3 train stations, plus a bit of extra space for an actual building up on top here. So I decided to use the blueprints of my bridge as an actual structural kind of foundation piece in this area. So I've completely covered this area in foundations, essentially. I think massive arches, it's like a massive building. Well, it goes up here, and it's like, maybe at one point this was like a lake or something, you know what I mean? We could pretend, right? Like I said, I've been at this for about 4 hours trying to make this work. Just all the spots, and I don't need to go halfway across the map to get space, because then our factory is going to kind of suffer a little bit because it's a little too far away. Yeah, look how close we come up to this. And I have tested this. The train station does fit in this space, if only barely. But yeah, so we've the reason it's up so high as well is because I've built to the height of the actual bridge itself. So we've got a train line going in between here. So you've got a bridge of space between this and the actual train line, and then you've got a bit of a thing, and then an intersection. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I could probably do with removing these. Because there's just not enough space there anymore. With a intersection now at the top of this hill. There is a bit of space though for a train to stop here, and most of it, or the power is going to be on the actual flat here. So if a train does have to stop, it shouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't think. But this is a pretty good space in between here. So the other thing we have to do as well is we need to go down here. This intersection right here combines 3 different main lines. Well, it you know, connects 3 different main lines. This train line right here is not just meant for this, well, this power station right now. This is going to be converted eventually. Wait, what's that doing there? I have no idea what that was there for. I don't remember that being there. Anybody else remember that being there? Hello there. It's just, it is supposed to be turned into an oil collection facility. You just never got there. But just past this curve right here, we're going to be putting an intersection in this spot. Figuring that out is going to be interesting, but yeah, an intersection is going to go in this spot, and this intersection is going to take our rail line up this way, which then it's going to end up going in between these 2 rocks right here, and then continuing on uphill, and then it's going to, yeah, just continue on up this hill. Might have to zigzag a little bit, or something like that, but it'll continue on. It's going to be a massive hill, and then we're probably gonna, should we drive it up this way, or should we put a T intersection right here? A T intersection might work, but we need to make it all the way up here so that we can eventually connect ourselves to that factory that's up there. Yeah, getting a main line through here might be interesting. Yeah, it looks like it kind of levels out here a little bit. And then we'll go up this way. Yeah, we're making our way up there. Yeah. Yeah. I might end up just connecting, well, no, I did put, oh, there's like 2 nodes next to each other. That's weird. Because you got the lake up there. That's where the lake is at. There's our iron plate factory. And there's our aluminum factory, which we need to eventually connect down here somehow. Yeah, getting a train line through this area is going to be interesting. What if I pull the train line along here? Is there a possible way I can make that connect, or is this where we were going? Yeah, pulling a train line through here wouldn't be too hard. Just get some bridges. Oh, I'm out of fuel. Yeah, that would make our way down that way. Yeah, rather than going up that way, we just follow this. Yeah, we just follow this. But getting up to our iron plate factory is going to be interesting too. I didn't really leave myself a way to make an intersection there. That might be the other thing. But that'll bring the main rail line down this way, so then trains don't have to go all the way through the desert canyon in order to get over to this side of the map. And this will connect these 2 sides of the map at a decent rate, or a decent rail line that kind of cuts through. It'll connect up to, at the very least, it'll connect up to the aluminum factory. That's going to be interesting. Oh, there's our bridge up that way. We could make a cut pass through this way too, like tee off and then go that way. That'd be interesting. I don't know if it's really needed though, because we're not trying to connect. Well, that's something I'll have to think on. Yeah, there's a lot of rail lines to make still. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to our factory here. At the very least, we can start trying to plan out our machines and stuff. Okay, so we need a total of 28 assemblers making reinforced plates. With a, I'm gonna guess that's gonna be 90 reinforced plates per minute. It doesn't sound like that's that much, right? That does not sound like a lot at all. But of course, with the summer sleeves, we can always double the output too if we need. Oh man, the summer sluice being able to double has been like it's been like a godsend to Satisfactory. It's been a real godsend to it. So I think I'm just going to go simple with this factory since our other factory plan didn't work out. We're just going to make a kind of long-lined factory, I think. We'll just go like here, center here, with a foundational space. Actually, no, here would probably be better. No! Dang it. Stupid fingers. Like stupid fingers. Accidentally hit the wrong keys. Yeah, I kind of want a foundational, or a foundation space behind the building as well. And then we'll just have like a little alleyway right here along the building. I think that'll work. Yeah, let's go back a bit. Yeah, that'll fit. That's right there. Alright, so if I put these in a line with a foundation in between, is it gonna fit? Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, this is not gonna fit. Yep, we're already at the end. Dang. We're gonna need a lot of space. Of course, I can always expand this out further. I don't have to necessarily do one long line. Yeah, but that's only, what, 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's only 10. And we need 28. Oof. That's, that is interesting. Yeah, we'll probably have to condense it down. I don't like putting the assemblers nor the constructors right up against each other, because it just doesn't work as far as visual. Yeah, we just don't have the room that we did with the aluminum factory, so we'll do half of foundations with this space. So we'll do like this. And voila! 28 assemblers ready for duty. Now the cool thing is, since we're doing the 28 machines, we're not overclocking any of them. That means we can expand it. Normally, later, we can go ahead and overclock if we need and whatnot. So basically, I'm not thinking that we really need a logistics floor. I'm thinking that we just put our like we have rafters, and then we put our belts like they lift up into the rafters, and then that's where the belts are. So technically it's a logistics floor, but it's not really. So yeah, we're using the standard iron plate, the standard reinforced plate recipe because the others are kind of not really all that great. Actually, no, we need to use the bolted iron plate, don't we? Or did we use the bolted iron plate recipe when calculation? No, we used the regular reinforced plate recipe. So, if we up that to the bolted iron plate, will that change anything? Let me let's see. Do some calculations here. Alright, so I got a plan figured out here. We're going to be using the bolted iron plate factory, or the bolted iron plate, which is just slightly more screws. We don't have to have any more plates coming in. And of course, we got the adhered iron plate if we want to use rubber instead, but the reason we have all those screws is mainly because of reinforced plating. But that also severely reduces the amount of assemblers we need. We go down from needing 28, needing 28 to needing only 10. So, bolted iron plate it is, which makes 15 plates per minute. So, it's a pretty good recipe, actually. So, yep, let me rearrange these just real quick, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so now we have our machines in place, and I do have all of them set to the bolted iron plate recipe, which is, so 15 times 10. That's not right. I was like, wait a minute. So it's 150 iron plates per minute instead of that. Or no, it's 10 times 10, it's 100. Yeah. No, it is 150. Yeah, it's 15 times 10. 15 per minute times 10. That works for me. Yeah, because we needed, what was it, 9 and something? Yeah. Because we need reinforced plates for so many things. So we needed 150. 150 reinforced plates per minute. So we've got that set up. And so I also decided to reduce this down. I don't know what I'm going to do with this space, to be honest. I'm not really sure. We'll figure it out, I suppose. Yeah, things are not looking too bad. I wouldn't say so myself. Let's see. Alright, so I guess the next thing is to probably do power, but I kind of want to do... Should we do the walls first? Yeah, let's get the walls up. Should we do these? Okay. There we are. So it takes care of that. And since we have power, because we are at a train station, we can pull... So it's roughly... But I want those to be Mark IIs because Mark IIs look better. Plus they're taller. We'll go every 2 foundations, roughly. 2. Actually, that was perfect. We could just do this. There we go. Now we should have power. Yep. Oh, one of the recipes didn't get set. Unless I didn't hook it up. Nope, I just didn't hook it up. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, perfect. That works there. Like I said, simple. Just super simple. Do I have the steel? I don't know if I have a steel blue. We have concrete blue. Oh, no, that's not. Aluminum. No. Let's see if I can find a steel blue color code. Alright, here we are. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Just steel blue, and then we'll do iron. Iron 1. That is not a steel blue. But it is close. All we gotta do is adjust it slightly. Yeah, I need to pull the color out of it. Let's go 5. Yeah, there you go. There's your steel blue. Alright, I like that. I like that blue, so we're gonna save the preset as steel blue. Save preset. There we go. Now we can use it in the future. Yeah, you gotta give the building a little color. It can't be just painted white. Yeah, it's roughly the color of the reinforced plates. That's what I was kind of going for. Okay, this end. Yeah, that's not bad. It's less of an eyesore now. It's a little bit less of an eyesore when it's a little easier on the eyes, I guess. Might even remove this one here. Let's go directly like that. There we go. Alrighty then. Let's see. With that, I do believe that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time we'll finish up this factory. We'll do the logistics on it, and we'll get the trains coming here. And then after that, we probably need to do either a rod factory, rotor factory, copper sheet factory. There's still the wire factory to think about, as well as the cable factory. Yeah, there's still a lot of factories to be getting on with. But if we can rapid fire a couple of factories, like get like 2 factories done a week, we could definitely have it done pretty damn quickly. It's just, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time in my spare time when I'm not, recording episodes of stuff. I just don't have a whole lot of time to, otherwise I would. If I had enough time to do that, I would definitely be like, okay, yeah, let's actually color the train station too, like that. Perfect. I would actually be putting up these smaller factories that we don't really care crap about. the ones nobody really cares too much about how they look or whatnot. These simpler factories, like we're interested in the later factories, like like radio control units and the fused modular frames and all that junk. You know how it is. I left one of these up there. Goodbye. Okay. Well, I think with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory, like I said. So yeah, I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but I still do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.